Good morning and welcome back to the Mailman. My name's Punith, and if you're new here, the Mailman is a brand focused on breaking the stigma around male body image issues and the mental health impact it can have on you. So in the last video I was talking about how I was in a bit of a funk leading up to December, across Christmas and New Year, and I was toying with the idea of wanting to obviously lose weight and get back into some form of shape, but cheating by taking the many weight loss jabs that are out there now, just to kind of help me speed things along. I've decided not to do that, thankfully, because ultimately what kind of example would that be setting to the 9 followers and whoever comes across this channel, when the whole point of it is about accepting yourself, accepting the way you look, and just kind of getting on with your life and doing things for you rather than doing it for other people. So basically, I do still want to get into shape, lose some weight. I feel like there's a bit of a split there still between, am I doing it for me versus am I doing it because I don't want to be judged. I think I'm more angling towards, I want to do it for me, which is good, which is what the whole concept of brand is about. And that's partly because of, you know, there's a few holiday plans this year that me and the missus are talking about. Obviously, I just want to enjoy myself for once. I want to be comfortable, confident. I want to be just free to, you know, not be thinking about how I appear to other people when, you know, when we're just at the beach or swimming or whatever it is, you know, just being able to be free and have fun with the kids. So there is a big piece around, I want to do that for me because I want to enjoy myself. I've never been able to do that. In nearly 40 years, I have never been comfortable or confident enough to be able to do that kind of thing because of the way I look. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm going to be a fucking Men's Health cover model by the time we go away on our first holiday, but I think if I can lose some weight, you know, get some muscle back, get some definition back, that combined with my mindset of don't give a shit about what other people think, I'll just feel a little bit more able to do that, I think. Right now, yeah, I wouldn't be able to whip my top off or, you know, go swimming in front of other people and be completely comfortable. But just being in slightly better shape, I feel like I'm stacking the cards in my favour a bit. So that's the plan. So I've started running. I've been on a couple of runs this year, which have been okay. They've been tough because obviously I didn't do it for a number of months leading up to Christmas and New Year, and then nothing really across that period. So I've started slow. But the other thing I want to also get back into is the gym. I previously cancelled the gym membership to my closest gym, which is still quite far, but there is also one near my office which I'm going to start using as of today. And yeah, for the 2-3 days that I do go into the office, just start going as much as I can. I do enjoy the gym. I've always enjoyed going to the gym, but it's just hard, you know, when you've taken a break from something to get back into that routine. So I'm just going to have to figure it out because this is important to me, and we're already over halfway point of January, so not long to go potentially between now and the first holiday. So I just want to do as much as I can between now and then. eat better. Obviously this weekend was a bit of a write-off. Ate not too good food. That doesn't make sense. I didn't eat that healthy. I drank a bit of beer, but then prior to that, the whole week and the week before, I was really good. I did stick to very low cal drinks, healthier foods, cut out the processed crap, ate some kind of freshly cooked foods with minimal garbage each and every day, and I did feel pretty good during those few weeks. So back onto that this week, but it is just hard, when you take a couple of cheat days like that to rewire your brain, because it's so easily undone and it's easy to just get back into old habits. But it's all about willpower. It's about just keeping strong, having that kind of mental resilience and strength to focus and do something, especially if it's important to you. And I think, I can't speak for everyone, but if you are watching this or you do have insecurities and body image problems and worries, there are things that you can be doing, for yourself. Don't wait till other people tell you what to do, or they judge you or make you feel crap. If there are things that you want to do them. For me, that's losing weight, so I'm trying to hit the gym, I'm trying to eat better. I don't know what your insecurities are or what your concerns are about yourself, but I'm sure there are things that you can be doing, speaking to the right people, seeking the right professional help to kind of edge your way forward to feeling a bit more comfortable. As I said, you don't do this for other people. If there's something you want to change about yourself or something you want to do it for you. Don't wait to get bullied. I'm sure you've had a lifetime of that, just like I have. A lifetime of feeling inadequate or just different. And yeah, it sounds a bit cliche, but enough is enough, and I just can't be asked to do that anymore. Nearly 40, potentially at kind of halfway point of my life based on kind of average death rates and ages, and yeah, just can't really be bothered with that whole caring about what other people think. But when you're wired in this kind of way and you've been molded from a very early stage, it's really hard to break, and I get that completely, which is why I'm still struggling, which is why I need more and more people like you to be able to be and act more comfortably as well. So it sets an example. If the world was filled with more and more comfortable, confident people of all shapes and sizes, more people would feel comfortable, more people would feel confident in just being themselves. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. There are some people who have an incredible confidence about them, regardless of how they look or what their upbringing has been. They just are confident. They don't care what other people think. And I wish I could be like that, but I just can't. I wish I could be one of those people that just didn't give a shit what other people thought of them, and they just lived their own life happily, confidently, and just made the most of each and every day. But unfortunately, I'm in the second bucket of people who've suffered a lifetime of bullying, has been made to feel different from day one, and now that kind of way of thinking, thought process has stuck with me, and I am just constantly anxious and worried concerned about how I look. I don't want to be judged. I feel like I need to look my best at all times, just so that I don't feel bullied, so I can fit in with everyone else. Which goes back to school. You know, I never looked like the other kids, but I felt like I needed to look like the other kids, so I didn't get bullied, so I could have friends. Same at work. Been working now for nearly 20 years, and I spent most of that time wearing a suit, and I never took my blazer off because I was ashamed of what I would really look like to other people. Is that really a way of living? Is that how an adult should really be kind of prioritizing their worries? I put such a big emphasis, priority on how I look to other people versus my own happiness. I don't know if you can relate, or if there's other people out there who kind of have a similar kind of priority list each and every day, or if this is just me and maybe I'm just weird in that sense, and it's my own real deep-rooted issue that I need to break. But it is what it is. This is how I am, and I just can't seem to break that, which is why I created this whole channel and brand quite selfishly, really, because I think if I can see more and more people who are confident, who give less of a shit what other people think, maybe that will help me and force me to care less. But it's hard. It's a slow burn. It takes a while. There's not many brand ambassadors out there. There's not many, celebrities or people who've gone through kind of similar challenges and are putting that message out to the world, whereby they're promoting the nature of just be yourself, be confident. I think the female side of it is quite strong. There are a lot of females out there promoting this stuff. There's also a lot of females out there promoting weight loss jabs and stuff like that because they've suffered on the other end of being bullied, or having the media portray them as a certain type of person. So they've been judged, they've been bullied, and they've done it for the wrong reasons. I'm sure there are female icons out there who have done it for themselves and maybe just worked insanely hard to lose weight and gone on diets, and maybe it started off because they were being bullied by the media, but then that turned into themselves and wanting to do it for themselves and just being happier and more confident looking in this new body. I don't know. I'm only speaking about this from a male point of view. And there are some very good examples where I feel could make a huge difference to the male audience. Celebrities that people can relate to and they follow, they're well-known names, they're reputable. Andrew Flintoff being one of them. I know he's had his own body image concerns and problems when he was playing cricket. He's now quite openly documented his eating disorders and the impact that's had on him. Romesh, another guy who's just exploded recently, he was overweight and he lost a load of weight. He was running a lot, whether that was because the media portrayed him as an overweight guy and he felt like he was being bullied into losing weight. I don't know. I feel like he just started running, eating better for himself, and as a result he lost a load of weight, gained more confidence, and people just connected with him better as well. So again, another great example, someone that, I don't know where I'm going with this. I've spoken previously about having maybe a podcast or some sort of like video series where I interview people like this who have gone through something similar, who can, you know, help promote the brand, who can promote this concept of breaking the stigma around male body image and the issues surrounding that, because they've been through that themselves. I think that would be great. Obviously, I'm a bit boring, I'm quite monotone, I'm quite shit at this kind of stuff. But having the right people, you know, part of the brand, I think that can really push out the message. But yeah, it's been a bit of a slog trying to push this message out. That's not just the way the videos are being pushed out to the people in the audience, it's myself. You know, I've been a little bit lagging this past year. I need more consistency because I keep going through waves of you know, being really motivated and really kind of like, I want to do this, to fuck it, no one cares, no one's watching this, no one's you know, I'm not making a difference to anyone's lives, and then just kind of, yeah, ending it. But yeah, I need that kind of consistency, really. But yeah, until then, all I can keep doing is posting videos and getting the message out there. So if anything that I've said or any of the videos that you've watched resonate with you, or make you feel a bit better about yourself, knowing that you're not the only person in this world suffering from male body image issues or insecurities or, you know, self-image problems, whatever it is, if it's made any difference, give me a like, drop me a comment, let me know what your own problems have been and whether you've gotten over them, or if you're still battling through the same things like I am on a daily basis. Let me know. That's the only way that we're going to be able to push the message out, help other people, push the audience, and make a difference. So until next time, thanks very much. I've been Punith. If you're on Instagram, feel free to have a look at